G'day guys and welcome. My name is Matty and this is the 9th and last video in my Breathing Basics series. If you have been watching and following along for the past 8 weeks, then thank you, and I hope you've gotten something out of it. And if you haven't and this is the first time you're joining me, then this is a series of videos that I wanted to share that I'll put together highlighting just a few different types of breathing exercises that we can all use throughout our day. We began firstly by bringing awareness to our breath, followed by trying to correct our normal day-to-day breathing. Then, because a lot of us now live in such a high-paced society which normalizes stress and keeps us in a constant state of fight or flight, I wanted to introduce some of the calming styles of breathwork. The aim here is to bring back balance within our energetical and emotional bodies and clarity to our thoughts. It means of letting go of all the tension that we collect over time and rebuild a state of trust within our body. Once we build a level of trust within our body and we can get ourselves out of that fight or flight response, then we can start to add a bit more heat into our breath. And this is when I introduced a few more energizing breathing practices. These exercises are designed to boost our energy, strengthen our respiratory system, our immune system, purify our blood, remove ailments, and so much more. But I would like to just reiterate that these are merely an introduction to all these exercises, and that each one should be met with curiosity and each one explored deeper to get a better understanding of what it is and why we practice it. But again, if you have any questions or concerns about any of these breathwork practices, please reach out and I'd love to help. So as I said, this is merely an introduction to breathwork, a preview of the power and the potential of our own breath. A rebirthing breathwork session is not an everyday, day-to-day type of breathing practice, but shorter modified versions can be used as a daily routine. I wanted to add this practice to the end of the series as I wanted to go over the healing potential that this type of breathwork practice has, and I also wanted to touch on some of the differences between rebirthing breathwork and some of the other styles that you'll find out there. As I just mentioned, some breathing practices calm us, others energize us, and some, like rebirthing, free us. From childbirth to generational traumas and belief systems passed down from generation to generation, to our own hurdles and hardships we experience firsthand, and the rat race that keeps us always moving in a constant state of fight or flight, we're not giving ourselves the chance to let go. We hold our tension and our worries within the fascia of our bodies, and in time, if we don't find ways to let go of this tension or move it, it builds up. And then this can lead to things like burnouts, breakdowns, and chronic illnesses. Rebirthing breathwork is about surrender. It's about letting go of all that build-up. And it's in the breath that we do this. The inhale is active, meaning that we consciously draw the breath in. And then the exhale is passive, meaning that we surrender the breath. We let it go. This practice is a conscious connected breath, or a circular breath, where the inhale and the exhale meet without pause. It's predominantly a nasal breath. However, depending on the moment and the breather themselves, breathing through the mouth can help bring in more energy when they need it, or just aid the breather getting in more air through each breath when breathing becomes difficult. However, it is one or the other, and breathing through the nose and the mouth are not to be combined together. It's either in and out of the nose or in and out of the mouth, but not both. With this breath, we're trying to breathe into and through our sensation memory held within our tissues. Memories both experienced and passed down generationally. We do this by breathing up high into our hearts, and by keeping the breath gentle and through the nose, we're ensuring that our bodies and our nervous system remain in that parasympathetic state. It is also how we build trust within ourselves, because no matter what modality you try, if your nervous system isn't in a safe place, then those walls will always stay up. So only once your body feels safe will it let you then begin to lean into some of these memories. It's about taking your time and not about rushing the process. Connecting the breath whilst keeping it rhythmical allows us to start breathing energy within and around our bodies, where we actually begin to shake and move these memories or experiences that have laid dormant within our body for so long. Now, I just want to emphasize on the fact here that when we do this inner work on ourselves, we are going to, at some stage or another, experience, reface, or relive, remember or lean into past experiences, traumas, and memories that our bodies have bottled up for and held on to for so long. And these experiences can be very confronting. So that's why being gentle and building a trust and taking your time is vital. Leonard Orr, the founder of Rebirthing Breathwork, lives by the quote, "You can't heal trauma with trauma," meaning that you can't force feed your healing journey. Healing takes time. So this leads me on to other breathwork practices. There are a number of different styles out there, and it can be confusing or overwhelming to know the difference between each of them and in which circumstance each one would be used. The Wim Hof method, for example, is a more forceful breath compared to rebirthing, So the effects that it has on our immune system, our respiratory system, our physical and mental tolerances, our emotions and our behaviour, the Wim Hof method has helped many people change their lives all over the world. Holotropic breathwork derived from the need to develop a means of which to treat those with mental disorders after the ban of LSD in the 1970s. And Patrick McEwen's oxygen advantage has his roots in the Buteyko method, both of which focus on functional breathing, teaching us how we are breathing incorrectly, the effects it has on our health and our lifestyles, and then of course ways to rectify the way we breathe. So there's just 3 styles that are out there, and each are very different in their own ways. When it comes to finding out what practice is best for you, feel into that question, because only you will know how hard or how soft you can push yourself. Only you will know what feels right and what method resonates with you the most. If there is any key takeaways to all of this, it's making sure that creating that safe space for you to let go and surrender what no longer serves you takes priority. Well, that's it from me. I hope you've enjoyed this series wherever you are. And please, if you have any questions, reach out and I'll try to answer them best I can.